How's it going out there, YouTubers? Cyberneticshark here with another new video just for you. So let's get right into this video and see what it's all about. So welcome to another awesome video, folks, out there in YouTube land. You're out there. Anyways, welcome to finally a new video haul. I know it's been a while since I've done one, so I thought I'd give one and do one and, show you a few new items that I've recently picked up over the last several months. And so this particular one, I picked up a few. Some are ones that I'm just finally getting around to getting. I should have gotten these, a couple years ago when they first got released. A lot of them. But it's like finally I found them for a decent price. All that kind of cool stuff. And usually that's what I do. I wait till I can find some of these things for a more decent price. Versus when they first come out. Because sometimes they're just ridiculous, I feel sometimes. I don't know about you, but ridiculous. Anyways, so to start off this awesome video haul, the first item or movie I'll be talking about is an awesome movie that came out in 2017. Now, this movie was a really well-done Gore Verbinski film. Now, I thought it was a really fun film. I love the whole idea behind it. I love the writing, the cinematography. Everything about this film was just really fun. It's actually one my girlfriend really enjoyed, too. And then, of course, is the film called A Cure for Wellness. Yeah. Check that bad boy out. Ooh. So this movie was just really awesome and cool. I thought it was probably one of Gore Verbinski's one of his best-to-date films that he's directed, besides, of course, the first three Pirates of the Caribbean films, and so forth. But this film was just really awesome. I thought he did a really great job with it. But at the same time, this movie just has, a lot of great stuff in it. And just it was a great story, like I said, and just a really fun film. It's one I've actually been waiting to get for a while now, and I've been waiting for it to be a pretty decent price, and I finally found it for a halfway decent price. But this awesome edition comes with a deleted sequence that wasn't available in the movie. You also get It's Wonderful here, kind of a documentary about what came about the process of where Gore got the idea, all the kind of accoutrement to what the film was about, which I think is really cool. Then you got Meditations, which is like another documentary, a little documentary about some more about kind of the philosophy behind this. Because that was another cool thing about this film, because even though it's supposed to be like modern day, it still kind of has almost like that 1950s, 40s, early 1900s feeling to it. At this institution that's, in the film. And I think that's kind of cool. Then, of course, they have another documentary about the score, because the music in it was really interesting, too, as well. I thought it was really well done and fun. But this is just a fun film. I thought that, Dan DeHaan in it was really good. And it's something that I just wanted to add to my collection eventually, and finally I have. I just think it's a really great movie. If you haven't seen it, definitely check it out. Definitely check out my review on it, too, as well. I did a review when it first came out. Really fun film. If you haven't seen it, definitely check it out, people. It's worth the watch. The next film on this awesome video haul that I picked up is something that it hasn't come out on Blu-ray yet, that I'm not aware of yet. I've looked it up to see if it's been on Blu-ray, but unfortunately, I haven't been able to find it on Blu-ray, and something I finally picked up on DVD finally, that I think is just a really fun and awesome Robin Williams film. And this film, came back out in the mid to late 90s, and I just thought it was a really fun film. I don't think it gets enough recognition for how good of a film it was and how fun. I thought it had a great cast, and it just was a fun film that Robin did, back in the 90s. And that, of course, is the film called Jack. Yeah. Whole $2. I was like, that's awesome. But this is such a fun film. Basically, if you haven't seen the film or know what it's about, basically Robin Williams plays basically a child that's stuck in an adult's body, basically. He's born basically he ages a lot faster than normal kids. Even though he has the mentality of a kid, his body and physicality is like that of an adult. And pretty much it's, kind of a lighthearted comedy with a little dramatic element to it. And it was just so well directed by Francis Ford Coppola. which a lot of people I don't think realize that this was directed by him, which is hilarious. I think it's not type of film usually he would do. I feel so it was kind of funny when I found that out that he had directed this, and I was like, wow, this is so far from anything else he's directed. A comedy type of like kid family friendly film, and with Rob Williams too. But I mean, this has like some of the earliest performances of Diane Lane in it. Jennifer Lopez is in it. Fran Drescher, Bill Cosby has a part in the film, and it's just a really fun film. Really hilarious, really fun, all around just a really great performance by Robin. Something I've been wanting to have in the collection for a while, and just finally got around to adding it. So very happy to have this finally, even on DVD if it's not Blu-ray. Hopefully it'll come out on Blu-ray eventually, and we'll get something maybe for a 30th anniversary or something, or maybe with a whole bunch of cool extras or something. That'd be nice to see. Definitely, if you haven't seen it, definitely check it out, people. It's worth the watch. The next movie I ended up picking up was a movie that came out also in 2017 that I thought was a pretty funny movie. It definitely wasn't as good as Girls Trip, but came out around the same time, was kind of along the same lines of a type of film. Has a great cast. I mean, you had Scarlett Johansson in it, Kate McKinnon, Jillian Bell, Alana Grazer, Zoe Kravitz, and I just think it's a fun film. It's something that I kind of wanted to add to collection when I found it for cheap. Definitely a fun film to watch. I think it's pretty funny. It's got some funny elements. I still think Kate McKinnon's accent in the film was pretty dumb and not like very believable Australian, but still at the same time it was pretty funny. And that, of course, is the film called Rough Night. Yeah, Rough Night. And basically, what this movie actually reminds me of is that movie that came out back in the late 90s with Christian Slater, Cameron Diaz, Daniel Stern, called Very Bad Things. Basically, it's, the story about these people where they go and have like this bachelor party and they accidentally kill a prostitute. And basically, the rest of the movie is kind of like just an over crazy, very dark comedy where people keep getting killed and stuff. And it's just one of those films that was just really funny and but at the same time really dark. This movie kind of reminds me of that, but it's a lot more lighthearted and nowhere as dark. But makes me think of that type of film because that's unfortunately somebody gets killed in the film and they think that they have to dispose of the body and all this kind of cool stuff, and it kind of makes me think of that film. So that's one of the reasons why I kind of enjoy this film, because I thought it was kind of a funny concept and just had a really funny kind of lots of one-liners, and just, a pretty decent cast. So definitely something I wanted to pick up and add to the collection. This actually comes with some pretty cool special features, too. You got your gag reel. You got deleted scenes. You got Naughty Neighbor Diaries. Oh my god, that was so funny in this film. Demi Moore and what's his name from Modern Family? I can't remember his name off the top of my head, but he was so hilarious in this, too. Then you got Improv-O-Rama, which is always fun to watch, where, a lot of the actors, they improv stuff and give different versions of lines that the director, or the screenwriter wrote and stuff like that, and they give their kind of, improv input on it. And I always think sometimes those lines are the best and should have been kept in the film, which, that's always fun to watch. Then you got Scandalous Sing-Along that this comes with, Killer Cast Featurette, which is basically kind of like a making of. Then you got the dynamic duo, Lucio and Paul, which should be interesting, and then you got more. So this is just a really fun film. Definitely worth checking out if you haven't seen it. Definitely check out my review on it, too, as well. I did a review. And just a fun film. Definitely give it a whirl, people. It's pretty fun, not too bad, and how can you go wrong if you're, like Scarlett Johansson or any of these cute girls? Well, that's also fun reason to watch it. The next film that I picked up is actually a double film on one disc, and is a couple Disney Channel movies that actually I really enjoyed watching when they were on Disney Channel, and I've wanted to get them since. And they actually put it in a double feature, and I picked it up for super cheap the other day. And I just thought this was a fun film, couple films. I think they're funny. I love the actors and actresses that are involved in the show and these movies, and I just think they're fun. And I think a lot of those Disney Channel films are very fun. Now, these two films happen to be the films called Hatching Pete and Dadnapped. Oh yeah, as you can see there. So, like I said, it's a double. And it comes with all the cool special features that both these films separately come with. You got Unmasking the Mascot, which is finding out what's it really like to put on the suit and prance around in public with Jason Dawley and Mitchell Musso. You got your, on DatNap, you got your exclusive extended ending, along with Trip Zoom Off the Rails, and animated graphic novel. So it's got a couple of cool special features on it. But these films are just fun. I really, like I said, I really enjoy the people in it. Like Emily Osment's in this. You got Mitchell Musso, Jason Dawley. You have, who else was in this? You had Denzel Whitaker, Moses Azaris, Jason Earls, who we all know from Hannah Montana, is Hannah Montana's brother. You have David Henry from Wizards of Waverly Place, who's awesome. I absolutely love him. I think he's hilarious. Phil Lewis, who you might recognize from The Sweet Life of Zack and Cody. Just a really fun cast on each of these films, and they're just fun and hilarious, and they're no-brainers. If you're watching them, don't think too deep into them. That's not what these are about. That's what makes these so much fun and hilarious. And they're just fun, kind of like the film Minutemen that Disney Channel did, or the High School Musicals and stuff like that. They're kind of like that type of film, and I really thought they're just fun. If you haven't seen any of these, definitely check them out. They're worth the watch, especially if you're a big Disney Channel or even a Disney fan. Fun stuff. Check them out. So next up, the next two are actually going to be two seasons of a great TV series that finally is got a renewal from the same station it's on. It wasn't going to be canceled by its current station like it was a year ago. This is just a great, awesome TV series that should have just, kept going on the same channel it was. This show is so great. One of the best cast out there in TV history. It's like along the lines of Big Bang, how good Big Bang is. It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. This show just rocks, and I finally picked up a couple more of the seasons that I didn't have in the collection, and that is, of course, is the great TV series Brooklyn Nine-Nine. Oh yeah! So I picked up season 2 finally, and I only had season 1 actually out of all the seasons, and now they're going on their 7th season. And this show is just so freaking hilarious. Andy Samberg is so amazing in it. I absolutely love Lou Triglio. I think he's absolutely hilarious in the show. You just have such a great cast. Andre Braugher, Terry Crews, Melissa Fumero. This show is just the best out there, and it's so stinking funny. I'm so glad I finally added the 2nd season to my collection, because I forgot pretty much most of this season. And when I rewatched it, I was like, oh my god, this is so stinking hilarious. Some of the, sequences, just some of the lines and gags in this show is so stinking funny. Such a great one. And, it comes with awesome deleted scenes. And the deleted scenes are just as funny as the episode that airs. There are just so many good and funny deleted scenes that they should have kept in, because they were just as funny as what they put into the episodes. So fun. If you haven't seen this show, definitely check it out. Worth the watch. Scully is absolutely hilarious in the show. Rafi from the League ends up in the show. Jason, I forget his last name, but he's absolutely hilarious. Just a really funny show. If you haven't checked it out, definitely check it out, people. It's worth the watch. So like I was saying, the next two presentations of videos I picked up, like I said before, they're the 2 seasons of Brooklyn Nine-Nine. And so the next one I'll be talking about is actually the 4th season of Brooklyn Nine-Nine I finally picked up. Unfortunately, the 3rd season was unavailable at the time when I picked these up, so I was kind of disappointed, because I wanted to get 2, 3, and 4 at least, because they were cheap. And unfortunately, like I said, 3 wasn't available, so I was able to get 4. And this is such a great season of the show, too, and just so much fun. And like I said, it's season 4 of Brooklyn Nine-Nine. It's such a great show. I love the cover. Love all the funniness on this cover. It looks so awesome. This season just had a lot of great things going on, with Peralta and, everyone that was involved, Santiago. This is just such a great show. And if you don't know this, but this is created by the same guy that created Parks and Recs as well. This comes with awesome deleted scenes as well. Once again, just another powerhouse season that showed that this show is so original, so funny, and just so amazingly written. and has such a amazing cast. Everyone in the show is just so amazing. And I think the biggest surprise for me is really Andre Braugher. I didn't know he had such a great comedy element to him. Even though he's a fantastic actor, when I saw him in Glory, I knew he was going to be a fantastic actor. Great at drama, great at action drama stuff, type of films and stuff like that. But I did not know he had such a great funny bone. And this show proves that he has that. He is just so freaking awesome. If you haven't seen, like I said, Brooklyn Nine-Nine, definitely check it out, people. Worth a watch. So fun and hilarious. Season 4 is a great season. Definitely check it out if you haven't. So to finish off this awesome movie haul, the final film I'll be showing you is actually a film that came out last year. And it's one that I was thinking, I love the Jackass films. I love all the ones that they've done, Bad Grandpa and so forth. And I thought, for as cheap as it was, why not check it out and see if it's any good? And it's a movie actually that a lot of the critics absolutely hated. They thought it was horrible. They thought it was the worst type of Jackass type of film. But I absolutely love Johnny Knoxville. I think he's absolutely hilarious, and it was such a great deal. And I thought I'd give it a try. And that, of course, is the film Action Point. Oh, yeah. I mean, I couldn't rent it for as cheap as I got it. Brand new, unopened and all that kind of cool stuff with a slipcover. Such a funny-ass movie. I don't care what anybody says. It was just as funny as the other films. I love that Chris Pontius is in it. I think it's just a really well-done, addition to the Jackass franchise. Even though it's not called a Jackass film, it's still, similar to all those other ones with the crazy stunts and stuff like that, but with the storyline a little bit. And this movie is just so funny because it comes with, deleted extended scenes, comes with Benny and the Shitbirds, comes with Anarchy Amusement Park, comes in with old school bone-crunching stunts, drinking beer with grizzly bears and bloopers. All this funny stuff. Oh my god, it's absolutely hilarious. If you haven't given this a try, definitely check it out, people. So funny. If you liked Bad Grandpa, you'll like this. If you liked, any of the Jackass films, any of those types of shows that were similar, it's worth a watch. It's really funny and has a great storyline and just a fun idea too. And I think Johnny Knoxville should have got more credit for such a great idea that he came up with for this film. Really funny, really hilarious. Just an all-around stupid, ride type of film. If you like the Jackass, like I said, it's got lots of great stunts in it, just like Bad Grandpa 2 as well. Just really fun. Worth checking out, worth giving a try, and definitely something that's not too bad of a film, and not as bad as the critics said. Give it a try, people. Worth a watch. So that's it for this movie haul, folks. As always, thank you for watching. Thank you for liking. And also, thank you for subscribing. If it's your first time here, if you've been here before and haven't hit that subscribe button, come on, people. Do you want to miss out on this awesome video or any other awesome videos? Hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out any of these awesome videos. And as always, keep your eyes out for any older, new videos you might not have seen mine yet. And as always, people, check out the awesome Stardust app where you can watch 3 to 30-second little mini reviews. TV shows, trailers, movies, documentaries, anything your heart desires. And also, cool polls and contests are always being added to this awesome free app. So that's something that interests you, download it on your respective Play Store. Create a profile. Look for me under the Cybernetic 13. Follow me, and I'll follow you back. And as always, people, catch you next one.